Hi, I'm Dermal Cox with Live Young Lifestyle, and I'm here today in the Zeo Skin Center in Beverly Hills with Dr. Bashey. Thank you so much for talking with me today. Now, some of my subscribers, you would probably recognize this backdrop. I have interviewed Dr. Obagi a couple different times for Live Young Lifestyle, but today I'm here with Dr. Bashey, and we are talking about Sculptra.
So Sculptra is an FDA-approved injectable substance. It's a natural builder of collagen.
Okay.
Basically, it's poly-L-lactic acid. This is a substance that we have in our muscles, we have it all over our body.
But it is considered a filler, so it is in the category of fillers like Juvederm and...
Correct. It's in the category of a filler, but the best way to think about it is a collagen producer.
Okay.
So unlike a traditional filler, when you put something in, what you see is what you get. With Sculptra, it takes some time for your body to produce that collagen. So it's your cells reacting to the substance, producing your own collagen.
Are they using it to fill up the face a lot?
Yes. So it's been FDA approved for several years. People are using it in the face. It's been used in the face for a very, very long time, but there are a lot of other uses for this product as well. It could be used in the back of the arms, it could be used in the upper chest. What I like to do a lot with this product is I use it on the thighs, the back of the thighs, and I actually even use it in the buttocks.
When you use it in the thighs and the buttocks, is it actually adding volume that's noticeable?
Depending on how you use this product, you can accomplish two tasks with it. So for example, let's take the buttocks. If you put a large volume of this product, you can actually increase buttock size. But if you want to simply create a lift, create some tightening, you use a smaller amount of the product. Same thing with the thighs. If you want to tighten the skin that gets loose on the inside of the thighs or on the side or on the back, you don't have to put a huge amount of the product. You put a little of the product and it tightens.
So I do notice as I've gotten older that I do have some of those like little ripples and just shadows that I don't really like when I'm wearing shorts. Could this be used to kind of pop those dimples out?
It's a little bit different. So true cellulite is basically a fibrous cord pulling the skin down. That cord has to be cut in order for that skin to be released and for that dimple to go away. Now, if you place some Sculptra underneath there without cutting the fibrous cord, it would still look better, but it doesn't address the underlying reason why you have that dimple.
And that's where the Selfina...
That's where Selfina comes in, where you're physically cutting the cord and it releases the tissue. But your point is a really good point. A lot of women have this sort of loose skin on the side of the legs, on the back, and if you look from a distance, they have these sort of vertical like indentations that shadow a lot.
Right.
That occurs because the underlying muscle gets smaller, the collagen in the skin and the dermis gets smaller, and the skin does not adhere to the underlying subcutaneous tissue very well.
And also just gravity.
And gravity.
Just the gravity alone.
And gravity.
Gravity is not our friend, people. How is the bruising?
It's a small needle that we're using, and we do have to use the needle multiple times. We expect a little bit of bruising, but most of our patients are able to do everything they want to do. For example, today you could go to the gym, you could go do yoga, you could run, you could do whatever you wanted to do.
Right.
There might be a little bit of bruising here and there, and the beauty of this procedure is that it's completely customizable. Remember, it takes 8 weeks for that collagen to build with the Sculptra.
Right.
So let's say, for example, you get a very rigorous response, we're done. But let's say we need to do a little bit more here or there or in a particular area. We're able to do that with this procedure. There's no surgery, no anesthesia, no movement of fat anywhere else, no downtime.
Does anybody have any negative side effects to this besides you might possibly bruise a little bit?
I mean, we haven't had any major issues with this at all. Some things to consider: bruising, a little bit of swelling. It is a lot of pokes. We do take that edge off with some topical numbing cream, but it is a lot of pokes. That's probably the biggest headache. But Sculptra is a wonderful product. When it's used correctly in the right hands, it does amazing things. Okay,
so we're gonna do that. We're gonna soften up those lines and little ripples in my legs so I can get back into my Daisy Duke shorts. I think that's a really good way to live young.
Oh, behave!
Okay, so we're gonna like gown up and we'll be off.
That's right.
It's cold. Is that in the refrigerator? And now I have to flip over and balance on my butt without touching the backs of my legs. I'll just hold a boat pose.
Here you don't have cellulite. Here you have basically the indentations. And you know, you can exercise a lot and do leg presses and do squats and things like that, but these indentations, they still don't go away. Yeah, and this is totally different than cellulite, although a lot of women think it's the same thing.
That's right, and then they're doing the wrong treatments for it.
Correct. If you look at it, you could see the indentations are running in this parallel way. They're basically parallel to the muscle. Indentations happen because aging, thinning of the skin, and then keep in mind there's a large underlying muscle that is pushing up against the skin constantly. That creates, just like how Botox is used in the face to help with the facial muscles and gets rid of that, here as the muscles contract, they're also wrinkling the skin and they're loosening the skin. You can see when we press on it, we can see the loosening. See that? This is primarily your trouble area.
I love that this treatment not only masks the problem, but also fixes it by stimulating collagen.
Correct, and then the thing is also the skin is gonna look prettier because just like the face, when you stimulate collagen, the underlying skin has a better look to it. The first couple of pokes are not that great, and then as the numbing kicks in a little bit more, it's a little bit more tolerable. The size of a hand is about 1 vial of Sculptra. In this area here, you may be able to fit 3 hands. And
are we talking your hands or my hands?
I do have giant hands. Okay? Very good.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna start right here, okay? 1, 2, and 3. How was that?
Fine.
Not too bad, right?
No. It feels like a Botox poke. So let's give a range though of the price, because not all of the people that watch my videos are from Beverly Hills. And I know that, you know, it does cost a little bit more to have these procedures in Beverly Hills because we're also paying for real estate and...
I would say probably count on something like minimally $900 to $1,100 a vial.
A vial, okay.
A vial of the product, yeah. Okay. If you go below that, then you have to really question the authenticity and things like that, you know?
And how much they're diluting it.
Correct, that's right, that's right, exactly. So now what we're doing is we're massaging the area with arnica. We're looking for lumps, we're looking for bumps, we're looking for uneven distribution, which rarely happens in my hands, but you know, it can happen. And what we're doing is we're just trying to create a very nice even distribution because we want this very symmetric. Let's do the front massage now. I would avoid alcohol for a couple of days, avoid things like aspirin, avoid things like Motrin, ibuprofen, fish oil, like that. They can increase bruising.
Okay.
Now, an important thing to remember is that there was some lidocaine inside the product that we placed inside. That lidocaine, what that does is it takes the numbing off, right? But it's also, this area is gonna be numb for a couple of hours. So we don't want you to go home and just put ice on it and go to bed, because you'll get a frostbite, you won't be able to feel it. So if there's any kind of discomfort, the best thing to do is Tylenol, two tablets every 6 to 8 hours. Massage feels great. And then after a couple of hours, you could start with a little bit of ice packs if you want to. Okay. It's going to feel sore. Just like when you get a shot, you feel a little sore in that area. It's going to feel sore, but if you wanted to exercise, you could wear tight pants like compressive pants, yoga pants, and you can go to the gym and it's not a problem at all. Now, remember, it takes 8 weeks for the Sculptra to really start doing its thing. So I like people foam rolling every day for that 8 weeks.
Wow.
I tend to be excessive. You probably don't.
Excessive.
You probably don't need to do that, but those are 8 weeks where I want it nice and smooth. Sometimes some people it takes longer than 8 weeks, and then what we do is we look at your pictures, we decide, do we want to go in and do a little bit more? Most likely, so we go in, we do a little bit more Sculptra at that time, and then we wait 8 more weeks. So customizable based on your travel schedule, your shooting and social schedule.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Thank you,
yes.
Thank you. Get to wear my Daisy Dukes again. So feeling good in your skin and having your skin look a little bit better with the help from amazing doctors and getting back into those Daisy Dukes no matter what your age, that is a really good way to live young. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.